Come on up, Anthony.
Give him a hand.
Well, good. Is it still morning?
Yeah, I think it's still
Good
morning.
morning. My name's Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow, and this is Manos Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. That's what I call what I do. And it's interesting because everybody that has spoken this morning, I'm sitting there relating to everything everybody's saying because, and you talked about I can't learn it from a book. A lot of what I do, a lot of what I know did not come from this. It came from this. It's been downloaded to me from Creator Source Spirit, I hope. So, but before I start, and I have to say this, whenever I speak, I say, and I didn't do it before I opened my mouth, palabra, word. And I say palabra, word, because I've been taught that by my elders, and I belong to a lodge in San Fernando, the San Fernando Sweat Lodge, palabra, word. When I say palabra, word, before I speak, it means I am going to speak my truth, not your truth, my truth. And however it lands on you is none of my business, but it's my truth. Don Luis Miguel, The Four Agreements, The Fifth Agreement, if you've read those books, I need to be, my word is my word. My word is my source. My word is my soul. And I've heard the word soul many times. Word, vibration, palabra, fifth chakra, aho. So what I want to do is I work with the medicine wheel and the chakra system. And I intertwine the both, as a matter of fact. And I don't know very many people who do that, but I do it. So I'd like to just sing in spirit, because this is something I do every time I do something like this. So if you would bear with me, I'm going to sing a verse 4 times for each direction, and I'm going to face each direction, and then I'm going to proceed, okay? If that's okay with you. Now I've been sitting in that chair, vibrating from here. Heart, lungs, air, I love, I'm loved. The fourth chakra. I want to thank you for talking about smoking. You know, you're amazing, by the way. I love what you share. And everybody who's spoken, this morning spoke to me. And is there anybody who's thinking about anything else other than being here right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that drum.
You like that? Okay, cool. Well, that's right here, right now. Because somebody mentioned, you mentioned anxiety.
Yeah, but I mean, in the future, I want to get one.
Well, I made this drum and this drum so I can make them for you. You can pick up my card and I can do that for you. Anxiety. Anxiety is not being right here, right now. Anxiety is being at breakfast. Anxiety is being at lunch, being in the kitchen, thinking about what's to eat later on. Be here now. What are we doing right here, right now? You're listening and looking at me. So if you're doing that, and you're conscious of being right here, right now, there is no anxiety in your life. There's no anxiety in my life. I have an event later on today in Santa Clarita. So I have quite a drive, but guess where I'm at? I'm in this room right here, right now, in my feet, in my body. Oh. I'm going to talk a little bit about myself, and I'm going to drum in a little bit, but I want to tell you who and what I am. I am a... Does anybody know, can guess how old I am, by the way?
39.
No. And I'm going to do some things. I'm going to talk about some, talk about some things that some people have already talked about. I'm 55.
Wow.
I'm 55 years old. I'm just like the master back there. And I'm going to show this to you because what you put in your mouth is important to nourish your body. What comes out of your mouth is just as important as what goes into your body. Is that true? Would you drink something that said poison on it? So, saying no to that, why would I talk to myself the way that I do for a lifetime? Because I was domesticated to say certain things, to have certain beliefs about myself. I've been domesticated. But I have been undomesticating myself over the last 5 or 6 years. I'm he who's aware. I'm he who understands. I'm he who sees. I'm he who hears. I'm he who notices. And what I've noticed and what I've heard and what I've seen and what I've experienced is I've been domesticated. And Don Miguel Ruiz talks about that in his books. The mitote, the noise, the big noise, the crowd that goes on up here. What I do as an energy healer, and I got energy healing training from a place called Lionheart, Lionheart. And over the last 4 or 5 years, my life has transformed in a way that I can't explain. Now, second, I'm going to tell you, I'm broke. But I live in the abundance of my poverty. What's my abundance? Well, the first thing I said to you when I got here was, what a gorgeous day. I stopped 3 times to take pictures of the sun breaking through the clouds over the mountains. That's my abundance. My abundance was the joy of getting here. I took a job about 2 weeks ago. I work for a company called Sprouts Market. Do you know what I do there? I work and produce. And I produce. I help people. I'm a solutions provider. And I've been calling myself that for years. I'm a solutions provider. How can I help you? What can I do for you? What is it that you need? People come to me with their problems. In fact, is there anybody here going through anything right now? That you've had the death in the family, something that's affected you deeply over the last maybe 2 years? Okay. I would like you, and I want to, because my teacher over there talked about some things. And I would like you to put your feet on the floor if you will. Right? Because we're talking about energy, chi, prana. Everything is chi, prana, everything. Everything is manifested in different ways. Everything is chi, prana, energy. You can't destroy it. You can't create it. It just is. I just am. You just are. I would like you to think about what that thing is. And what I do is help people to go from here to the soul. Come into their soul. To come into their soul. I heard a teacher by Nagilahai, and he was doing a talk on soulmates. I thought, I got to go hear this talk. Soulmates, you know. So I go there to hear about this talk on soulmates, and he said something that caught my attention and changed my life. He says, soul is so small, soul seat, is so small. Now I didn't know any of this when I went there, soul seat. It's so small I can't draw it with a pencil or pen. lives out here with my mind. My mind isn't here. This is my brain. My mind is out here with my soul. And he said, soul does one thing. Soul only loves God, Creator, Great Spirit, Aho. When I heard that, I fell in love with me. I am the I am that I say I am. The Bible talks about the I am, and I am. In the image of what? The I am. Word, palabra. First there was a word, then the word was, and the word was God, and the word was with God, right? All that stuff, just examples of what I just talked about, word. This drum, palabra, word, 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 palabra, energy, voice, fifth chakra, a whole. Now, think about that. Close your eyes. I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath. Because I look at people. I see you. And I would like you to take the deep breath. And when you take that deep breath, I'll tell you when to take it. I want you to put your hands right where you feel it in your body. Go ahead. Can you open your eyes and look at me?
So I put it right here. Yeah.
What I do is I bring people out of their heads and into their bodies. There ain't nobody in this world who lives in their head more than a drug addict or an alcoholic. And I'm proof in the pudding because I've been sober almost 25 years. But I don't buy everything in that big blue book. Not the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, because I've been sober a long time. I read between the lines and I read outside of the box, just like the Bible. Use those things as examples, and I take them and I apply those things in my life. I don't apply my life into those things. Because there are people who go to meetings and never come out of meetings. And you watch them smoke a cigarette like it's their last breath. Nicotine, coffee. I drink coffee. I drink 2 cups a day. Where does that smoke go to? Air, lungs, heart. What is it you really want for yourself? Do you need something to put in your body? It's toxic. It tells you right in the package. The Surgeon General says, air, lungs. You know what? You know what I learned to do in Alcoholics Anonymous? Can you help me? Can you help me?
Sure.
You know what? Can you answer a question for me? I need help. Will you love me? That's what I've learned to do. And that's what I'm trying to teach people to do. Excuse me. I do workshops in Los Angeles, chakra workshops. I don't do 1 through 7 in one city. Because, you know, when you're spoon feeding people, you don't use a shovel. Am I correct? So if I'm going to teach you a chakra, I'm going to teach you one at a time. You come to my workshop, the 2-hour workshop, the chakra. One chakra, grounding, root. How many people walk through just stuff that just had a heck of a year this year? Me. Anybody else have a tough year this year? I'm well grounded and well rooted. I am the tree, well rooted and fruited, that doesn't get knocked down by the 4 winds. Oh, I lost my job. I've lost everything. My wife and I separated. We're back together now because I'm a man of faith. I'm a man of trust. And I trust the Creator, Great Spirit takes care of me no matter what. Where do I get this trust? I wasn't shown this trust as a child. Because where I went to school, where I got my energy healing training was at a place called the Poverello School in San Fernando, which is not far from where I was born and not far where I practiced the Red Road Sweat Lodge with my lodge. All this stuff takes place in San Fernando. But in that school, when I went there at 5 years old, was the first time I was hit in an institution. The first time I was abused in an institution. You're stupid. You know how they used to grade papers in that school? 2 ways. You're either an angel, woohoo, or a devil. That was a grading system. Those were the lessons and the messages that I received. I'm too black. My lips are too big. I'm too short. I'm too fat. You're too blah, blah, blah. Wah, 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 Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah. I have spent the last 4 to 5 years remembering, uncovering, discovering, not discarding, uncovering, discovering, embracing the issues in my tissues that I've been living up here about. Now, the reason I took off my shirt is because when I started down the road of energy healing, I was 238. And I'll show you my license later if you want to see it. I still have that, holding all the energy here. This is voice. This is voice. If I am silent, I'm going to die. And I was dying. I was on insulin, and I was on 4 or 5 different kinds of medication. I don't take insulin anymore. I was a 36, 38 waist. I'm a 30 waist. I'm not even a 30 waist. And I'm not wasting away. People think that I'm sick. And they say, Anthony, are you all right? Why? You're so thin. This is how God wants me. I no longer carry the baggage, the trauma, the hurts, the wounds. The baggage, the trauma, the hurts, the wounds that I carry around as a failure to other people's spoken and unspoken expectations. Oh, and by the way, I try to speak in the first person as much as possible. Because I don't know where you are or who you are or what you think or where you've been in your life. I only know where I've been. I have a teacher named Master Seal. He's a kahuna. He's a medical qigong specialist. The doctors at UCLA call on him. We had lunch on Thursday. We try to have lunch every couple of weeks. I met him this year, and he's taken me as a friend, and he's just a wonderful man. And he comes from New Zealand by way of living in a cave in Hawaii. And he's a holy man, and he's friended me, and I'm like, wow. But what I found out was, I'm a holy man. Oh, excuse me, I didn't find out. I remember that I'm a holy man, and I've been connected to the broken lineage that was broken by alcoholism and abuse and addiction and all those things in my family. And I'm the repair. When I got sober, I became the repair. And when I came into my medicine as an energy healer, I became connected to my lineage. And when people who are Reiki masters come to me, see me and say, what is it that you're doing? Because they've never experienced anything like me. When I put my hands on them, I said, I'm just connected to my source. What I do is not about my ego. Nothing that I do is about my ego. Everything that I do is about my faith and where how I had to go from point A to point B, and how I got here. It's not even the destiny, it's the path that I've taken to get here. I know things that nobody ever taught me. You know? Heart, 4th chakra, I'm loved. I can't go into being my heart about loving you or anybody else unless 2nd chakra, sacrum, connection to others. Water, direction of the west, direction of the woman, direction of letting go. Oh, grandmother moon, letting go. Direction of the west, letting go. How do I connect to you? How do I connect to my heart? By letting go of what it is that I need to let go of. Now, women let go every month, right? How does a man let go? And I discovered something. In Great Britain, they refer to the penis, this area, as a willy. Right? Willy. I like, my teacher, Emma Unique, is, she's the one who gave me my name, Walking Crow. We play with words, or we find new ways to use words. Willy. Willingness. I come into my willingness to let go of the things I no longer need to carry. I no longer need to carry. Look at me. This isn't about, like the gentleman said with the Qigong, about the exterior. It's not about diet. It was about, if I'm going to change my life, I have to change my life. What comes out of my mouth is important. What goes into my mouth is important. Now, there's stuff that I still eat, but I don't stuff. Stuff, 2nd chakra. Self-esteem, 3rd chakra. Do I have an extended? There's nothing extended here. I'm well supported by the people that surround me. this is not stuff that I learned in the book. I was taught the chakra system and some energy healing, minimal stuff. I hold like the second lowest certificate from my school on energy healing, but I'm the one who gets the most output because I'm a practitioner. I'm a transformational energy healing practitioner. Actually, my certificate says EHP, energy healing practitioner. I put transformational because I have transformed from a seemingly hopeless state of mind and body. Any 12-steppers here that understand that phrase? I have recovered from a seemingly hopeless state of mind and body. I have transformed, transmuted, transcended, transitioned from a seemingly hopeless state of mind and body. I have become who I am now. I hope, right here, right now. This is what you see in front of you is what I've become because I became willing. Second chakra, connection, healing, connection to others, where I feel. This is where I feel. This is where I co-create, procreate, from right here. And I can't go from my second chakra to my fourth chakra, heart, I hope, unless I go right through my fire, my fuego, third chakra. I can, I will, I do, my self-esteem, I hope. I am. You know how long it took me to say that, to learn how to say that? I am, I can, I will, I do. It took me a lifetime. Nobody can take that from me, because I already did at the age of 5. That's where that poison came in. I don't always say the right things. I don't always do the right things. And I have a sponsor in AA who I've had for 24 years who says, "Hi, human." Hi, human. That was the funniest phrase ever. And I got pissed. F you, hi, human. But then I learned how to laugh at myself. I hope. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to share with the drum. I've learned to come into myself in a way that most people don't ever do. I'm a man. I'm a heterosexual man. And I was raised a particular way and different attitudes, but this is what I've learned from being who I am, from finding Crow medicine, walking Crow. This is my left hand. In fact, everybody raises their left hand. This is my left hand. This is the hand of receiving. This is the hand of the divine feminine. This is my hand of the receiving. Let me repeat that. This is the hand of the divine feminine, receiving. This is my right hand. This is my hand of the divine masculine. This is the hand of giving, moving forward. Divine feminine, giving. I hope you understand. These are who I am. Not this is who I am or this is who I am. These are who I am. And when I take my hands and come into alignment, and all of you can do the same thing, come into alignment of who and what I am. My vibration raises, and I come into myself in a way that's so powerful. I am, the I am that I say I am. Aho, word, palabra. Aho. This is the medicine that I want to teach people. That's intense when I do that, I apologize. So, when people come to see me, by the way, while they're on my table, I'm looking at, when you come to see me, and in fact, I'm looking at you right now, I look at you. I read your chakra system. I read your subtle energy of your body, subtle body energy. I don't just do it while I'm in the room with you. I also have a radio show called the Transformational Sacred Drum Radio Show. I do it on the air, the people who call in. I can't see them. I can't see them. I was driving Lyft, and I would talk to people, and I would look over the back seat and look at them, and then all of a sudden I wasn't looking at the back seat anymore. I was seeing them, their soul, feeling them. I'm he who sees, I'm he who understands, I'm he who is aware, I'm he who hears, I'm he who notices. I'm he who notices. So saying that and doing that, when the people come to see me and I walk them through, and I ask them to take a breath to their feet, because when I ask them to take a breath to their feet, I'm noticing that they're only breathing to here because they have a broken heart. Their breath only goes as far as here. Or they don't have no self-esteem, so it only go, because their fire's out. You need oxygen to burn fire, right? Fire, fuego, third chakra, aho. In some places it's lower, correct? If you're not, your fire's not getting enough oxygen, you're not gonna be able to stoke that fire. So some people breathe to here. But those who are making the connection from here to here and here to here back, breathe right down to the feet, please. Right down to your second chakra. Where we heal, where I feel, where I fight or flight, water, direction of the west, direction of the woman, direction of letting go, aho. Direction of willingness. Direction of willingness. It's where I bear seed, it's where you bear child. Aho. It's where I was born. So much happens there for me as a man. And I've come into that understanding of who and what I am in my body, who and what I am in my soul. And I want to help people go from here, the darkness of this, the stinking thinking, and bring them into their bodies by opening it. And this is where 95% people are blocked right here. How many of you are, you're holding energy right now, right here. And I'm looking at you, and I've been feeling you.
I can feel it.
Yeah, yeah. And it lands here because you don't know what to do with it. So you're blocked because we're here. Eat, 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 eat. Little mouse in the wheel is it keeps going, it drowns out what's happening here. And we start to manifest things in our body. Cancer. The reason I do what I do and I say what I say, my father died 25 years ago, just before I got arrested for the DUI that eventually led to my sobriety. My father had lung cancer. My father had liver cancer. My father was an alcoholic. Spirits in, spirit out. Spirits in, spirit, they call them spirits. Spirit in, spirit out. My father did not speak about the abuse in his life. Never spoke. Held the energy. Drank over it. Smoked. Lung cancer. Liver cancer. No ground. He lived with cancer, but that's not what killed him. What killed him was his broken heart. He died of heart failure. He had heart disease as well. Air, lungs, I love. I'm loved. By expression, voice, sound, expression, ether, expression, fire, fuego. He had no self-esteem, liver cancer. I didn't know what I know now. 25 years ago, I had no clue about energy healing. I didn't have any, what are you talking about, you bunch of tree huggers? Get away from me. But once somebody put their hands on me, it changed my life. That energy session that somebody paid for me to go to changed my life and the lives of thousands of others. And it's going to change the lives of millions more. Because I'm here right now, right here. You know, I came from LA. I didn't have to come here today. I got out of work at 10 o'clock, 10:30 last night, and I was dog tired. And you know what? Here I am. I couldn't wait to get here. Willingness. That man showed me something. That man died. And when I went into the room at the hospital, when he was deceased on the bed, this was his posture. His head was cocked back and his mouth was open. It was too late. Speak what you have to speak. Say what you have to say. What is your truth? My truth, palabra. What is your truth? Palabra, word. I'm going to end this and I'm going to go to the drum. I drum for a woman named Sarah Eaglewoman. And she, at Golden Bridge Yoga in Hollywood, she was doing spirit circles. And I hadn't done spirit circles. I do my sweat logs, but that's something different. Well, it's pretty similar. And one day a friend of mine, a woman I was dating, said, Sarah needs a drummer. Would you come and drum? Sure, I'll come and drum. So I showed up with my, I'm a musician, so I have shekades. I was in an Afrobeat orchestra. So I showed up with all my little things. This caught my attention. This thing caught my attention. Now the drum that they had there, I was playing, and I was playing, and I was playing in the center of the sacred circle, aho. In fact, I do everything in the sacred circle. In fact, I do everything. When I do anything, there's tobacco, there's sage, and hopefully water for a wolf. But I always have these medicines with me. Sacred drum medicine. Transformational sacred drum medicine. So I was playing the drum, and something happened. I left the room. And what happened in that moment when I left the room as I was playing, was I realized that I had become one with voice, drum, mallet, drum, spirit, God, creator, great spirit, ahom itakayase. And I was no longer the same. And from that moment forward, this is what I was going to do. So I went and had this drum made with a friend, with a gentleman up at Tule River, outside of Porterville. So this drum has my energy in it. This drum has my energy in it. These mallets have my energy in it. And these drums have changed my life. Voice. My job is to give you your voice back. Now, I can't give you your voice back, but I can sure help you to come into your voice. What is it that you have to say? What is it that you want to let go of? What is it that you want to manifest in your life? What is it that you want to manifest in? I'm feeling somebody right here. Somebody's on fire in here, and I'm trying to understand who it is. But what is it? I always ask that question. Well, before I got here today, I went down the road, popped out of my car, set up the camera, put on a microphone, and boom, spoke to the camera. And I posted that because this is the autumn, fall, direction of the west. Letting go, leaves. Direction of the woman, direction of letting go. Autumn, west. Autumn. We're coming into the solstice, winter solstice, earth. By the way, west is water. Direction of the west. No surprise that you're swimming with dolphins in the Pacific Ocean. Direction of the west, direction of the woman. Direction of letting go, moving forward. Ahoo! So, what is it? We're coming into time of earth, winter, north, direction of the north. Direction of white buffalo, oh, wisdom, the grandmothers and the grandfathers, great spirit, wisdom. We're moving in. What is it you want to let go of? So before you go into a time of earth, a time of new beginning, Christmas, birth of Christ consciousness, the new year, what is it we're willing to let go of to move into a new space? Because spring is coming, direction of the east, direction of the sun, direction of the born and the unborn. Aho. What is it we want to let go of to move forward? I have to learn how to receive, be able to give. This is my left hand. This is the hand of the divine feminine. This is the hand of receiving. I hope. This is my right hand, the hand of divine masculine, hand of giving. I want to move forward. And this is how I move forward with this drum. This is a representation of your fifth chakra, of your voice. Now what I'm going to do right now, how much time do we have?
We got about 10
Okay,
minutes.
I'm going to drum for about 5 minutes. And
Okay.
then I'm going to let, if you all want to answer a question, ask questions.
Excuse me, do you mind if I record the drumming session?
You're welcome to record something. Okay? So just go ahead and close your eyes. Put your feet flat on the floor. Allow the energy from Mother Earth to flow upward into your legs, into your limbs, into your body, into the subtle body. Allow your legs to sink down